How does one build a successful accounting and tax practice? This is a question at the very core of what we do in our franchise. Creating any successful business is challenging, but there are many areas which are very specific to accountants and to our profession which need to be addressed in order to establish a thriving firm. Hi, I'm Bernard, one of the founders and currently CEO of the TaxShop franchise. I've been involved with the business since the start and will hopefully be a part of things for many years to come. I qualified as a chartered accountant in 1996 while completing my articles at Deloitte, and then did what most accountants were doing back in the day, which was to spend some time in the UK. For 3 years, I worked in London, where I gained incredible exposure to the financial services industry, working for many of the major banks and financial institutions. It was only upon my return to South Africa towards the end of 1999 that the dream for the TaxShop was born. In 2000, we started our own accounting and consulting practice, and in 2001, we launched the first TaxShop office, which became very successful. After many years of deliberation, we eventually franchised our concept, and in 2007, we sold our first franchise. We had experienced a formula that worked and wanted to share it with other practitioners to help them achieve success, something which developed into a passion for us. I cannot begin to tell you what an exciting journey we've had since those early years, but believe me if I say that it's been beyond my wildest expectations. In order to understand where we are going to as a franchise, we have to look back a little to where we come from. Here you can see that we established our first TaxShop office in 2001. Our first franchise office was established in 2007, and since then we have steadily grown to more than 100 offices in Southern Africa. People often ask me, where will it end? And to be honest, we don't really know. But our aim is to continue increasing our footprint nationally, while also looking at opportunities for international expansion. I'd like to give you some insight about our franchise owners. Firstly, our franchisees are people with various financial qualifications. At one end of the spectrum, we have those who are very highly qualified, while at the other end, some don't necessarily have formal qualifications, but they have many years of practical experience in bookkeeping and related fields. And some are still studying towards completion of their qualifications. Our franchisees are members of various professional bodies. We have people who belong to SAICA, to SAIPA, to CIMA, to ACCA, to the ICB, CYBER, and various other organizations. Some of our franchise owners don't even belong to professional organizations. And of course, those individuals would be limited in terms of performing certain functions, such as signing off financial statements and submitting tax returns. But the good news is that outsourcing arrangements in our group make it possible for them to service their clients with absolute professionalism. In terms of backgrounds, we have many. We have husband and wife teams, people who previously worked for large corporates, parents working from home, those who have just finished studying, people who have retired, and of course, existing practitioners. At this point in time, our youngest franchisee is 25 years old, and our oldest franchisee is nearly 80 years of age. When you join our franchise, you join as either a startup, meaning that you plan to launch from scratch with no clients, or you join as an existing practitioner who is someone already servicing clients, either part-time or full-time. And finally, many of our franchises operate as various sizes. Some are small practices, perhaps only with 1 or 2 people, while others are very large offices employing many staff. So I have an interesting question for you. What does the perfect practice look like? Now, I'm not sure if there is a fixed definition of the perfect practice, but I do believe that the following elements are required to have an excellent practice. The first thing you need to have is great clients. Individuals and corporates who pay your fees easily, who respect your advice and are generally a pleasure to service. They also refer you easily and regularly to other prospective clients. You may be thinking, where do you find such clients? Well, your marketing has to be spot on and focused in a very specific way to attract the right clients. The second thing you need to have is great pricing. It's common knowledge that accountants are not generally transparent with their pricing, and also they are very poor at communicating the value they will offer, which often results in underpricing, difficulty in recovering fees, writing off of fees, and a host of other problems. The third thing you need to have is great systems, software and apps to make your life and the lives of your clients much easier. Fourthly, you need a great team. There is no substitute in life for having excellent people in your firm, whether it be staff or partners to help you build your practice. And lastly, you need great support. This is advice from experts in the profession to help you make the right decisions in your practice. Well, the good news is that we are specialists in helping firms to focus on all of these areas. And we have the means, the experience, and the expertise to assist our franchise owners in building the practice of their dreams. A little information for you about the services we offer to our clients. Our core services are accounting, payroll, and tax. Accounting includes bookkeeping, preparation of financial statements, management accounts, and everything else which may be related. Our core services also include the running of monthly payrolls for clients, as well as typical taxation work such as registration for various taxes, submission of tax returns, and so forth. Ancillary to our core services, we also register businesses for clients, for example, companies and trusts, and perform secretarial work to help our clients remain fully compliant with various regulatory and legislative requirements, whether it be with the CIPC, Department of Labour, Compensation Fund, SARS, and others. Our advisory services effectively overlap our core and ancillary services and include guiding our clients on corporate and business structures, cash flow management, forecasting, strategic and tax planning for their businesses, and implementation of systems. And finally, we're able to offer a host of other services through our network of business partners. These are specialists in specific fields which enable us to help our clients who have particular needs which fall outside of the regular scope of work which we do. A good example is where a client may need access to finance for expansion or to boost cash flow during a holiday season. So we work with lenders who are able to provide such funding quickly and easily, often within 48 hours. Legal advice and labour law is another area where clients often need guidance. Assurance services such as auditing comes up regularly, especially when dealing with businesses required to be audited by law. We also help clients with estate planning, deceased estates, and provide insurance and investment solutions. Now, these are only a few examples of the additional services we offer, and this also enables us to provide a more complete solution than regular accountants out there who often won't get involved in these areas. This brings us to the question, why should you consider joining the TaxShop franchise? I'll talk through all the benefits in a moment, but an overarching consideration would be the fact that we offer a lifestyle business which affords its owners far greater time to do the things they love, whether it be spending time with their families, traveling, getting more involved in hobbies or sport or other passions or whatever they want to do. Unlike other franchises, we do not impose minimum performance levels, and franchise owners enjoy a great deal of autonomy. We give you all the tools, the education, the training, the backup and support, and whatever else is needed for you to do the best job. But ultimately, the decisions around how you operate are left up to you. This flexible approach truly allows you to be your own boss while still enjoying the benefits of being part of a large group. A big problem for most accountants is that they forsake a decent lifestyle and end up working crazy hours just to make ends meet. This is something we focus on to ensure that our franchise owners do not fall into the same trap. A common question we get asked is, what are the advantages of joining a group such as ours as opposed to operating on your own? Here are some excellent reasons to think about. Franchises accelerate their growth by tapping into a franchise model which has a proven track record. Tax shops grow on average 3 times quicker than practitioners who operate on their own. Research in South Africa suggests that it takes standalone practitioners about 5 years to break even, something we experience much quicker, usually within about 1.5 years in our group. Likewise, franchises enjoy far greater success than standalone practices. Again, research shows that 80% of accounting firms close their doors within the first 5 years, and nearly 96% fail within 10 years. In contrast, we enjoy a 96% success rate at the 5 and 10-year stages of growth in our group. Franchisees attract better quality clients through the credibility of our franchise. Franchise owners regularly tell us that they are acquire clients they would never have obtained had they operated on their own. Marketing is a huge challenge in our profession, but thankfully franchises benefit from national marketing campaigns, leads generated by head office, and the knowledge gained from successful campaigns within our group. We also provide continuing, ongoing education on marketing to all franchises. Intellectual property is a real benefit. Those who join gain instant access to our library of training and operating manuals, guides, brand material, client questionnaires, checklists, and so forth. These are documents which would take many years to build up in practice. All franchises receive ongoing backup and technical support from top professionals and have access to a vast knowledge base of information in our group. We regularly meet with franchisees via video calls to discuss how best to deal with challenges and opportunities they may be facing. Then, franchisees also remain at the cutting edge of new developments and changes in our profession and legislation through clear communication that we issue in the form of notification, ongoing updates and training. Again, this is something which becomes very difficult when working on your own. That is to stay ahead of the latest developments in our profession. In terms of software, franchises are really at the cutting edge of cloud-based software in the world, which they enjoy at significantly discounted rates. All the systems we use differentiate us by focusing on making our lives and the lives of our clients much easier. Franchises get to offer more services and gain more business than standalone practices through our network of trusted business partners. Earlier, I spoke of how we work with specialists in various fields that often overlap the work that we do. Examples include legal and trust services, assurance, wealth management, business funding, and more. We offer brilliant outsourcing solutions in our group. Franchises may decide to outsource a service either because they have no interest in it or they don't have the knowledge or the resources to deal with it. Such outsourcing takes place between franchise offices and also with our head office. Financial benefits are very real for franchises because of the size of our group. We're able to offer discounts on software, professional organization membership fees, professional indemnity insurance, and many other areas. This means that franchises enjoy savings which can run to thousands or even tens of thousands of rands per month. Franchises are able to offer their clients automated services which are very difficult to do if you operate on your own. Examples include the sending out of a monthly newsletter to your clients and running satisfaction surveys. And finally, brand value is not something that is thought of very often. But business brokers in South Africa tell us that accounting firms which are branded sell for approximately 30% more when compared to unbranded practices. Now, perhaps this is not an issue for you at this stage, but what about 10, 15 or 20 years down the line when you want to exit and have a practice worth, for argument's sake, let's say between 5 and 10 million rand or more? The market recognizes the value of continuity and quality in a group such as ours, and commanding 30% more for your selling price at that stage will make a huge difference. And finally, I can talk to you about the costs of joining our franchise. Throughout the world, it is common for franchises to have two cost elements. The first is the license fee. This is a once-off cost, which gives you access to your licensed area, our intellectual property, our systems. It includes induction training and more. Currently, our license fee can be paid upfront or over 36, 48 or 60 months. I want to say here that our license fee is very low compared to many other franchises and is reduced if you have existing clients. For as little as 4,250 Rand per month, you can currently join our franchise as a startup. But if you already have clients, then this fee can be discounted even further. For example, we recently sold a franchise license to an existing practitioner and their license fee only amounted to 25,000 Rand in total. The second cost element is a royalty fee, which gives you access to ongoing marketing, support, training and other benefits. The rate of 10% on revenue, which is charged monthly, is very standard in the franchising industry, but it is worthwhile noting the following. Firstly, we do not charge royalties for the first 3 months. This gives you time to get your practice off the ground. And secondly, we currently cap our royalties at 15,000 Rand per month. Many franchises in our group generate more than 150,000 Rand of revenue every month, and we felt it was only fair to cap our royalties in this way. In other words, it's good to know that you will never be subject to unlimited royalties, something which happens in many other franchises. We don't have a formal application process. If you're interested in finding out more about our franchise opportunities, then the first step you need to take is to email your CV to us at inquiries@taxshop.co.za, and we will guide you further once we have received your CV. Obviously, you can also raise questions by email, and if you'd prefer to speak to us in person, you can request a phone call or a video call and we'll set that up for you. Sometimes it's just easier to have a chat in person than to communicate backwards and forwards via email. We are very excited for what lies ahead and hope that you'll become a part of this inspiring journey with us. Thanks for watching.